All right.
Okay,
Do we want to go ahead and get started?
let's do it.
Awesome. So I guess we'll just go here at the top. It says, when is the airdrops coming out for the dupes? Do you have any idea or maybe a specific timeline when those things will be coming out? Seems like we got a lot of
So,
questions regarding the dupes.
yeah. So I know that's a big one that it's been out on everybody's mind. We have an artist we've been talking to. We have received today a timeline as to when that can be done. I want to do like a full announcement with art from him, so that way everybody can see kind of what is kind of going to look like. So we're going to do a whole write-up this Friday for sure. I do not think that this will take longer than 3 weeks maximum. Um, and that's just to give us some more time, but I don't want to overpromise on a delivery date, but it'll definitely be within the next 3 weeks. One of the big things that we're doing with this artist is we're actually going to be creating a DAO token for all of the dupe holders, and that all this information will be in that announcement on Friday. So that way everybody can kind of read and thumb through and ask us any questions based on that.
Perfect. All right. Next question is going to come from BK Durant, and he says, how is the team planning to get the trust back from their supporters after their mistakes from the first drop?
By just going through, we have a new community manager. It's Sully 14. He has done an amazing job helping us turn this ship around in a very short amount of time. We have a lot of great ideas from our mods, from our devs, and from the community. And I'm always open to listening to everybody's ideas because there's so much innovation out there that we haven't even begin to like understand from other communities that I have no problem trying to do different things. I've been talking to different community members and seeing what their thoughts are, and I'm all for experimentation and trying things, but I guess the biggest thing is not making the same mistakes that we've already made. We've already fixed the duplicate issue that we had last time. It was within our code for our randomizer to make sure that the drop was going to go through in a randomized order from all of the pictures that we had received. So we're definitely already done testing that and making sure that that doesn't happen again.
And I just want to add, we also did have Invader join our team as well as another dev, so he is also helping the team out with a lot of things.
Oh, for
As you
sure,
guys
for
have seen
sure.
with his website and a couple other, his Twitter, I think he did a Twitter bot as well. But he's been working on a lot of things in the back end as well.
Yep, yep. So I have him doing his own thing, and I have Shazane also doing the drops. So it's been great having two different devs and trying to power through a lot of the stuff that we would like to give to all the people in the community.
Perfect. All right, we got another question. Are discounts for season 2 passes being considered for season 1 holders? So any discounts for future seasons for people who hold on to their passes?
100%. I've been looking into that or in trying to figure out other ways to incentivize the people that have believed in us from the very beginning and that have held on for as long as possible without selling their memberships. Um, we take snapshots to make sure that, you know, people that don't sell and then rebuy or anything, because we want to make sure that the people that have been with us through thick and thin get rewarded for that for sure.
Perfect. All right, we got another one. Will all excuse me, will all art be collaborative? I don't think this was clear understanding of the format.
Yeah, so each of the drops that are the main ones are going to be collaborative. Um, we're going to do airdrops and experiment with maybe trying out different things like we'll have 5 artists and we'll do like a mini drop based on those 5 artists, and the community can vote and see how for those particular guys, like which ones should be the rarest pieces, which ones shouldn't be. So we're going to try to experiment and change up things that haven't been done before in this space by using the community as feedback.
Amazing. All right, and then we've got, has there been any discussion on changing it to a lifetime pass? I know this is more or less the same question. Maybe reward the people that are still here.
So in regards to a lifetime pass, I never feel comfortable ever saying lifetime to anything. Only reason is I had a terrible personal experience. I don't know if anybody has ever played Diablo 2, but as soon as Diablo 2 came out, I loved that game. The devs created a new game called Hellgate London, and you can look this up. And they had lifetime passes. Holy crap, I was super young at the time, and I think it was like $200. And at the time, that was a lot of money for me. And the company dissolved within like a year. So I don't like to ever say lifetime pass, but I definitely will try to incentivize people that hold on to things and believe in us for sure.
Awesome. Perfect. This one's more of a technical question, but I guess we can go ahead and answer this one. If you have multiple passes in one wallet, do you get multiple airdrops? I think he's just a
So,
little confused on how the dupe process
yeah.
works.
So with the dupes, it's not multiple passes, it's multiple pieces of artwork from volume one. And if you have multiple pieces from volume one that are considered a duplicate, you will get multiple airdrops.
All right, and I'm just kind of scrolling through. Some of these questions are a little repetitive, so we've already answered some of these. Um, what do you plan to do with any unclaimed art? Given the current vibe members have towards the project and the floor of the first release and the membership itself, it's quite possible that many people opt out of even minting future drops until they believe in this project has truly turned a corner. So I think his main thing is just what do we do if we have any unclaimed art at the end of a drop or a season?
So the cool thing is about this project and how it's set up with the memberships is that everybody has a week from the first day to claim their piece of artwork. And if nobody claims the artwork, that leaves other membership holders the opportunity after that 1 week period to claim anything that was claimed before that. If there's anything unclaimed after that, I don't mind sweeping it up. That's what I did with the first volume.
Awesome. So we're just going to be leaving any unclaimed art for team or maybe future giveaways or something of that nature.
Correct. I mean, we're doing a giveaway today of a piece of artwork that came from Volume 1, and I'm going to be doing a Night Kids membership pass to go with that. The one that I did pick for the giveaway is a duplicate copy, so that means that they will also be able to to get an airdrop of the DAO token as well.
Awesome. And if you guys do have any questions of joining in the voice, as soon as I get done with these texts, you guys can go ahead and uh, answer or go ahead and do any questions that you guys have. We've just got a few more questions here in the AMA text. I have a question about the format for the next series. Will it follow the same idea of mix and matching the different artists within the one piece? I thought it was a fun, but also like the idea of being single pieces that are completely one artist.
So we're gonna keep doing the same mixtures. I do have rarer pieces that are just one of each artist in their own. So each of the 7 sneaker templates, you'll be able to get 7 1/1s of Amber, 7 1/1s of Spencer, and yeah, all of the artists. So for sure, there'll be 1/1s of just all of one piece of each artist.
Interesting. I think that's a good way of going forward. Anonymous asked if if we're going to be hiring a dedicated community manager. We already kind of specified this in the very beginning. I did get hired as community manager. I hope you guys appreciate all the work that I've been putting into it. All
Yeah,
right.
I just double that too. Sully has been here and he's been a real one from the beginning. And I'm really fortunate and lucky that he's been here since then because he's had amazing ideas and the vibe has changed so much since he's been our pseudo to now community manager.
Yeah, and I'm really happy to work with this team, guys. All right. That looks like it does it for any of the AMA text. I think we covered most of the points that people have about questions. If anybody is here and wants to ask in voice, go ahead and unmute yourself and ask. Or you could put it in the text too. Anybody got any further questions? Go ahead and write them in the AMA text or go ahead and unmute yourself and ask. Otherwise, we'll probably be wrapping this up here in the next couple of minutes. Oh, and
Yes.
Invader wasn't able to join us today. He's busy with some of his schooling, but our next AMA, I'll be sure to try to get him on board so you guys can talk to him as well.
Looks like we have some text rolling in here.
We'll give you guys a few minutes if you guys want to think of some questions or write them out.
So what's funny about Gen.art is Gen.art came in after Night Kids. So everything that we had based on was before Gen Art was even created. Um, so for me, having that 1 week is still that's pretty long period of time to be able to have somebody to mint. Um, I wouldn't want anything to be like an indefinite period because I feel like that's just not fair to the community as a whole. Any new info on the project? So right now, I have discussed saying that we're going to have a big announcement on Friday about the dupe drop, and we're also going to be uh, finding two more artists for the sneaker template drop, which is going to be drop three. Drop four, I'm still looking for more artists. I have some great community members that have great connections that have been really helping me try to find certain artists that I would really, really love to work with. And I believe once I get that information, I'm more than happy to share.
Perfect. I just wanted to clarify with that previous question. He was asking about it seems a bit off to only give people a week. Other membership types like Gen Art give people membership when they're minted. We feel like 7 days is plenty of time for people to have the opportunity to mint stuff. So we're probably just going to keep with that system. And this is just for the YouTube video so people know what the question was.
Yeah.
Esrin, are you asking Lias if about his background or one specific team member?
Yeah, it was about his background, just to understand a bit more.
Oh, yeah, sure. So my background is in, let's see, I started out in healthcare. And by healthcare, I mean like healthcare insurance. I was a reporting analyst for a long time through a local healthcare system. Moved over as a business development analyst for a global healthcare system, United Healthcare. Um, I left that to start this because I knew that my burning desire inside is to always collaborate with people for the greater good. I love helping people more than anything else, and being able to find artists and just talk to them to try to come together and do something that hasn't been done like this, where each artist has a bit of a different style, right? And just kind of mashing that up together is just totally different than anything that I ever saw. I never really wanted to do anything with like profile pics because I felt like at the time there was a lot of people saying, "Hey, are we oversaturated with profile pics?" And I was like, "Well, for the first volume, nobody has housing for all of these dudes, right? You don't have housing for Board Ape Yacht Club. You don't have housing for CryptoPunks. You don't have housing for, XYZ, right? Gutter Cats, whoever else. So I tried to create specific themed housing based around the lore of each of these, I would say, profile picture communities.
And that is one sentiment I also want to add. I feel like the whole NFT space is really a big creative hub for a lot of people involved, not just the artists. So I just kind of want to throw that out as it's a good opportunity for anybody to get involved if they're more of a creative mind.
Yeah, and
It's an
one
awesome
thing I want to
space.
say too is that with with any ideas that you guys give to us, I have a an in-house artist creating um, a reward system based on that. Um, you guys will get a sneak peek pretty soon as to what it looks like because I'm already going to hand one out. to somebody. You'll see soon.
Awesome. It looks like we got maybe a few more questions rolling into AMA text. Let's see. It looks like no more questions actually. Looks like mostly comments. If you guys do want to go ahead and unmute yourself and maybe ask some personal questions, go ahead. Or you guys can go and write them in the AMA text. But we'll probably be wrapping up here pretty soon if there's no more questions. Breezy said, I asked a question. Did you ask it on the mic or in text? I can maybe go and see. All right, he asked, does every person holding a sleeper hits get an airdrop or just Dupe folks? And will the airdrop have gas involved?
No, not for you guys. No, I'm going to be paying for all of that for the airdrop. So what's going to happen is I feel like it is absolutely the fairest way to give anybody that's holding a sleeper hits an airdrop for this. Because if I was just to reward the dupe folks, then that's not as fair as to the people that are holding the 1/1s as well. Because right now, to be honest, it was kind of a mess, and there's no way to make it perfect to suit everybody. So I want to reward everybody that's holding a piece.
Awesome. All right, guys. Do we have any more questions or? Oh, it looks like we got one more. Just to check that airdrops are still going to be on mainnet and not Polygon.
I'm still looking into this. It depends on the price of ETH, to be real honest with you. But I'm not really a big fan of Polygon either, because I've had some nightmare situations where I just don't want to wait. I don't know. I used to have an ETHling, and yeah, I totally agree. Polygon is frustrating to transfer, so I'm
So a
looking into it,
possibility,
trying to
but
see
not
if
for
there's
sure.
anything. Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Do we have any final questions for wrapping it up for today? You can go ahead and unmute yourself or do your final questions in the AMA text. Yeah, go ahead, Joso.
Definitely.
Like I said, for anybody who missed this, I have a full recording of this AMA, and I'll be doing an edit and putting it on YouTube for anybody who missed this. Looks like maybe we got a couple more questions rolling in.
So right now, so Josu wrote, so it was mentioned some time ago that the houses from the first collection would be used as blueprints for something. Can you clarify the utility of these blueprints? So I've been talking to a company to see if I can turn the artwork into a blueprint, so that way you can use that blueprint to build a house within either Sandbox, CryptoVoxels, Somnium Space, and any of those metaverse hubs. It's still a long way off because it takes, I guess, months to build these houses because they're so complex, especially depending on what metaverse we use.
All right, looks like we got. This will be our last question, guys. We got one last question from Esrin, who says, "What was the last NFT you bought / minted?" That's how we're gonna end it for today, guys.
Okay, so let me double check here. It's last night I bought
Please, one more
from.
question. All right, we'll do one more for you, NFT Sniper.
Let's see, I bought Decadence from Coyote Kill last night. Let me just throw that in here so y'all
A great
can
stag.
see
Didn't
what
those
I'm
sell
missing.
out?
They did sell out. Yep, it sure did. Real quick. This is what I bought.
All right, NFT Sniper, you said you had one more question for us? go ahead and unmute yourself, or go ahead and type it in the chat. And don't forget, guys, we do have an announcement for tomorrow with a bunch of big updates. So stay tuned for that as well. All right, looks like NFT is writing his last question. And then we'll be wrapping it up for today. Can we try to get Kevin Nito involved in the project? Great artist who actively communicates with his following, and then gave his @ I'm sure Elias will be able to check this out after the AMA and see if he's worthwhile.
Yeah. What's cool too, as I already know, I'm pretty sure Kevin. I love Dragon Ball Z, and he has done. I'm pretty sure Kevin has done Dragon Ball Z apes, right? Yeah. So yeah, I know Kevin pretty well. I will definitely have no problem reaching out to Kevin and seeing what we could do together, even if it's not in like the main project or the main drops. I'm always open to having artists do something fun as a reward to our community.
Perfect. All right, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up. It doesn't look like we got any more questions going in, so I appreciate everybody stopping by and taking the time to write out your questions. Hopefully we answered everybody. If you guys do have any more stuff, just write it. Most of the team is here and responds pretty quickly. All right, any final thoughts there?
Just in case, he did record this consensual, so he's gonna put this on YouTube so you can hear everything that was asked.
Awesome. Appreciate everybody stopping by. That's going to do it for today's AMA. Like I said, we got another announcement for tomorrow, but we'll probably do these a little bit more frequently.
Agreed, 100%. Gonna try to do these more frequently. This was actually a lot of fun, and I'm as transparent as they come. So as soon as I have information, I will give it to the community because I know having informed, information helps with informed decision making.
All right, appreciate everybody. Everybody have a good night, good day, whatever time zone you're in. We will see you tomorrow.
Stay safe, everyone.